My career was and had been for a long time in academia, teaching international law and human rights. I was a genocide scholar, specialising in sexual violence in genocide. I loved my teaching, etc. I love university life. I loved being a lecturer. But during that time, my personal life was unravelling with horrific experiences of family violence. I was living in these parallel universes where I had a perpetrator that was my husband, a dying father, an academic career, and a small child. It was a very difficult time in my life. I didn't know what to do. I was too scared to leave. I was petrified of him. There were many times where I knew what I had to do, but I actually couldn't do it. As time went on, my father passed away, and it was my dad's death that gave me, I guess, that strength to leave, but also the fact that the perpetrator had upped the ante on the violence to the point of threats to kill me. It made me then seriously fear for my life and the life of my child. Police attend a family violence situation every 7 minutes in this state. The court experience was horrific. I was actually ready to leave the court and not have my matter heard. That's how scared I was. On that particular day, I was sitting along blinds on the side of the window, and I was just sitting there, and there were these horizontal slim-line blinds, and I was just sort of looking out the window, and my perpetrator was on the other side, which was on a footpath. He was peering in that window, and we came face to face, and he did this to me. The breaches that go on in a courtroom is phenomenal. And the fact that these perpetrators get away with it in there, what do you think they do once they get the IVO and they're out back in society? They breach, which is what happened in my case, and he was incarcerated. He breached that often. Navigating all those safety nets that you require, that was very difficult to do. You had to be very resourced and find things yourself. It's a very isolating and lonely journey. In the family law court, nothing's changed. In the magistrates' court, I can honestly say that things are a hell of a lot better. The family violence registrars have received a lot of training. They've become more empathetic. They understand the safety for the victim. They understand what that woman is feeling or may be feeling when she's walking into that courthouse. I'm not saying that it's happening everywhere that I've been, but it is starting to change. The lived experience of family violence does change you forever. I'm still me in terms of my core beliefs and my core values. Nobody should be subjected to any forms of family violence. Living free from fear in terms of personal security, being intact and safe is a basic human right. And for me, that's going to be my journey until I'm no longer here. So I have a son who's 13 years old. I'm very hopeful about this particular generation of young, budding men. They know what family violence is. They know that it's wrong. They know that it's not caused by alcohol. They know that it's not caused by gambling or other such stressors. They know that family violence is a choice. So if these young boys grow up with that ethos and that mindset into young men, I'm very, very hopeful that they will grow and have respectful relationships with every type of relationship in their life, whether it's an intimate partner or a work colleague or other friends.